Good afternoon, people. It's been a while since I've been here. I've been a little bit negligent in my duties as host and grand provocateur of ideas and thoughts and feelings and such. And this is going to have to change, because obviously the fact is I recognized something very important yesterday that I really didn't think about really the way a lot of us don't. And the quality of time. The fact that you tend to spend time doing all kinds of things that you think are important, whether it's recreation, whether it's going out in the sun, whether it's going to your job, whether it's just waking up and enjoying a nice sunny day. We all have things to do with our time, and we don't think about the one quality of time that's more important, our lifetime. Our lifetime represents the time that encapsulates from the time we start our life to the time we do end, which we don't know when that'll happen. Many things could come along the way to interrupt fear or interrupt that flow of time. In the meantime, while that's going on, we have many things happen. Good days, sometimes bad days. Some are absolute rotten days. But they all represent part of the great, huge fabric of time and the time that we live, and we don't really think about. And the thing that we ultimately say, the old things are that you always think about time and the fact that you have more days passing right now in something like my life than you have ahead. And this is very true of all of us, because actually the truth is none of us really know how many days what we really have, and some of us may not think we've got very little time left, but we really do, and some of us have a lot more time than we realize. So we never can tell how that time is going to pass, and we need to appreciate that fact and appreciate each other and appreciate life in general. But that wasn't the one thing I was going to talk to. The topic I originally came on was sort of spent by the fact is, as I get older, I'm becoming more absent-minded, as a lot of us are. And I went out and did something yesterday and left behind something very important, my identification. And for always, our identification is our identity. It's so important to us. It has not just our money. It has everything to do with us. And it represents us in society in that. And I was very negligent and left it behind. Fortunately, after much struggle and fight last night, sleeping and trying, what can I do? It's too late. Where have I left it? I realized the only place I probably looked at is where I last was. And it turns out I called this morning, and lo and behold, it was there. Thank goodness for that. But that leads us to another topic about the fact is in society, the values that we have, like trust and honesty and hard work and believing bad and morality and values, the things that we hope to have in order for us to function in a decent society. And why was I so afraid that my wallet being left behind was going to cause me such distress? Well, because I couldn't trust ultimately the people in my life that I left behind it to. I don't know these people, and was greatly surprised about the fact that I learned a very valuable lesson. The fact that there are still within this generation of people a lot of very, very honest people. Now, whether or not all my things in the wallet are there, I don't know. I'm hoping they are. I'm hoping the person chose to not borrow whatever he felt or she felt was there that could be used by them for themselves, and give me back what I think I needed that wasn't valuable to them. I hope that didn't happen. I suspect it probably did. And that's something that's nice to be able to feel, the fact that you can actually trust people and say that even when you make a mistake, even if you mess up and do something really, really horrible, the fact that we got this, we can still, even this next generation people, we can trust, and they have integrity and respect and love and all these things that are great. So that's just for me. I actually had a topic more broadly thought out in my mind when I was thinking about it originally, about the whole thing about this, and but I didn't record it. And that's another thing about time. The fact is that you need to put ideas down when you have them, not when you think you have the time to have them, or you get distracted by all the other things in life that you could possibly do, and you don't do them, and then you finally get to it and you go, oh shit, I forgot what it was I wanted to talk about. I know the general gist of it, but I don't remember. Would I remember it sometime later? Probably. And the thing is, would I think to write down or record it or have some record of it so that I can recover it to you and reveal the pearls of wisdom of my luminosity of my thought? Maybe. And maybe I should. And this is what this channel is about. My 2 Loonies Worth. It's a sort of parable of my 2 cents, if anyone knows what the old saying was. Many of us haven't seen a penny, much less know what it looks like, or spent a penny. So it's sort of like my little inside joke about the inflation, of the fact that something that used to be something simple as sort of parlance of what advice was about, is the fact it's so bad that 2 loonies are not even worth that much anymore. And someday they might not be worth very much. As getting to that part now with the inflation that's happening in the world today, it definitely is becoming that way. So the one thing I kind of remember from it is the fact is you cherish life. You do not know how long you've got. Time is, as the joke was from Citrus Guy, time is illusion, and lunchtime doubly so. It may sound like a funny thing, it's a throwaway sort of argument, but when you think about it, it really does have a lot of truth. Just like the decision time saves 9, and a penny for your thoughts, and all these things, your mother and your father and your parents and their grandparents and their grandparents, all these sayings that have come down through time are just sort of encapsulations about life, being observations just like I made about life in a more generalized form, so that people can pass it down to other people as sort of friendly reminder about how to do what things happen in life and what the whole meaning is. So anyway, I'm gonna make this a little bit short. I know that I probably owe you a video now because I'm a week behind. I am looking at doing a special video for everyone out there that is watching, and hopefully there'll be more people watching over time. My whole 6 subscribers, if I still have the 6 subscribers, and I've also noticed there is people who have been watching. I did do something that I never thought I would do. I went and checked my analytics, learning a little bit more about YouTube and how this works in terms of how we can keep track of who is watching and who's not watching us. And I know that I'm going to have to work on that in terms of maybe get some gains and get some people who actually want to come back and leave some comments and actually do more work with us and treat this like a real job, which is what I want it to be. I want this to be my job, a part of the larger scope of things I do, the things that give me purpose in life, the things that eventually maybe pay the bills for me and make it possible to dedicate my time to just enlightening people on my point of view about things, and hoping maybe there's some pearls of wisdom I can leave behind for the next generation or not. I don't know. So, like I said, the thing about it is, don't ever squander the time you have in life. You don't know how much you really have. It's a fleeting and finite quantity. And the fact is, treat every moment literally like it's your last, because it could be. So the thing is that, but also given the fact you got these two competing forces, you got this, and on the other side, take the time to enjoy things. Take the time to do things right, so that you don't have to redo them, or have to worry about redoing them, or worry about all the little minutia things that are involving life, that all the baggage we carry, like my wall, for example. How to worry about all these things being existing and worry about losing them, because it's so easy to lose things like that. I mean, and we value, our lives are so much defined by our possessions, especially things like identification. We've become very important, but identification, it doesn't question, it's not enough to say I am who I am. I need to have something to back it up. And the camera, again, like I said, I'm going to have to figure out a better way of doing this, because that camera keeps cutting out every time. I know I'm maybe doing a little bit overkill by having 2 views on me. Maybe it's a little bit of my ego. Who knows? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's an aspiration to hopefully have someone else on the other screen, so that it's not just me talking to you, but it's somebody else talking. So we're having so it's not just me diatribing all the time and telling you all the things about, that I can actually have a discussion with someone, which is the one thing that I'm never, ever, always good at. It's a skill that I have to be more masterful of, because talking is great. You can talk your ears off, but at the end of the day, sometimes what you have to do is be a better listener. Being a better and attentive listener to the fact that you're not the only one that has something to say. And not just the only one someone say. You may find that sometimes you may be corrected on some of the ideas you think you have. This is the whole idea of this channel, is to give my point of view, and hopefully maybe not just learn from not from other people, learn from me, but I learn from them. Learn a little bit and become a better person in the finite time of my life I have left, which I hope to become better at and be more proud of and more thankful for. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this video up for now, and like I say, I think I'm going to do another one Saturday, so look for another posting Saturday. I will be hoping more of you will recommend me and my channel, and maybe be more active in terms of engagement with it in the future. As all the comments go, like, comment, subscribe, especially subscribe. So anyone that's watching it that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe and start being part of the community. I would love to have discussions with you and see whether or not I can expand my depth of learning as you expand yours. Anyway, you take care and have a good day. Talk to you later.